Hello there, YouTube. I'm Jake Daniels, and I'm here to show you some survival skills. I'm here in the Amazon rainforest where my TV crew and I have decided to set up camp for a new series. We're calling it To Survive in the Rainforest. So join me, you little girls and boys, and I'll be showing you how to survival in the rainforest right after this. After setting up camp, this is where it gets real. In case you don't have a shelter, I'd advise you to get one because it's very necessary. It's one of the three things for necessary life: food, shelter, and water. If you don't have any of them, you're gonna die. Which is why I'm here too. I may have a machete, but you may have to construct something out of the rainforest materials. But it's gonna be sharp because we're gonna be making a shelter on our own. Today we're going to be showing you how to cut down a tree using a machete. If you listen closely, maybe you'll become an expert like I am. Camera crew, are you feeling this? Okay, good. So we're going to just bang the tree over considerably. It's going to take some hard hitting. I hope you've exercised before you've gotten stranded here, but it should work eventually. Look at this beautiful sight of land here. It's just truly glorious. And today, as I hear the natural roars of wildlife, I'll be looking at this tree to cut down. It's pretty young, been here for about 2 weeks, and I'm not about to let it grow into a full tree, so I'm gonna cut it down. Apply correct instincts and techniques to destroy the tree, and you'll be all good. She's coming down. Now, unfortunately for you, I'm wearing glasses that you can't see. Otherwise, if you don't wear glasses, you might get a splinter. Anytime you need sticks, look no farther than dry land. Here we see a moment from the tree we just cut off. It's a piece of wood. All you have to do is just chop that down further, and you've got yourself some cool sticks. If you want to continue chopping, that's up to you. But I'm going to need sticks for my campfire, and that's how we're going to start. Heat is very vital to the human body, so we're going to construct a campfire right outside my little shelter here. We're going to put in our sticks at the bottom, make sure that the small sticks go at the bottom and the bigger ones go on top, so you can insulate using this method. Continue to cut down your trees until you're ready for your campfire. After completing your wood stockpile, it's important to create a spark. If in which case you don't have a lighter like I do, you're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. If you think you have what it takes to create a fire, you're gonna need a hand drill. Simply just grab a couple of sticks off the ground and you should be fine. Here I'm marking it right now, and there it is. It's not going to last long, but it's going to create a spark if you use it correctly, so just listen up ahead. Now we need something dry. Bird nest fiber or some dry leaves. We're going to look for them. This is to create the little smoldering effect you see, so you can start your spark. In the rainforest, you're going to want to be careful. There are animals all sort of places all around, ones that we haven't even discovered. And as you can see here, a green coconut has been sighted. Don't touch it, just sniff it. If it's gonna be alright, then you can pick it up and hopefully we'll take it home for later. Until then, we're gonna need something to heat it up with, which is why we need a campfire. Already teach you the importance of basic survival. Opening a coconut does not take much time. Grab something hard and just shove it right to the ground and start beating it mercilessly. It's not going to take long before this will become safe for consumption. I'll be taking that for later. Now back to the campfire. Now I'm getting a little thirsty, as you might be when you have no water. The stream I mentioned earlier is perfectly safe to drink from. According to my medical team, it only takes to know a fresh stream of fresh water looking down the rainforest. So if you'll excuse me now, I'll just drink from my hand, which I'll just clean in a second. My, was that tasty. You can never beat Amazon fresh water. Nothing comes close to the taste you feel when you drink it. Crikey! Well, if I've just spotted a rare exotic plant. This is going to be great for the fire. All you have to do is just chop off the leaves and we should be good. And there we have it, a dry leaf taken fresh from a palm tree. We're going to be getting it now. There's my hand drill and we're about to take a lesson here in survival. Pay close attention, kids. Let's see how we do this. We're going to grab our dry leaves. And here we go. Just move your hands quickly back and forth to create some friction. And hopefully a spark will emerge. And here we go. Let's ignite a little fire. And there she goes.
The fire is burning.
Your first lesson in survival has been well accounted. As we get to sit around by our fire we've created from our own hands, we begin to relax as the night comes over us. Now remember, it is important to get safe water about 2 to 3 times a day in large chunks. That way you won't have the feeling of dehydration on you. It'll be sure to rot you away silently. Now one of my crew members have just gone to see the native tribes here. Hopefully she comes back unscathed. We're going to grant their permission for filming, so it's going to be pretty good if we get their permission. Now it's raining outside, as you can see. It's already put out the fire for us, so we didn't even have to do anything. I've been talking with my crew member. She's almost approached the native tribes by herself. The tribe members don't take too lightly if people come together, so we're going to send her alone. She's reporting back to me as of now. Oh, a new watch! I'll be sure to take that on. My survival skills have been doubled by technology. If in which case you don't have an Apple Watch, buy one. They're pretty good. Now looking at my watch here, I can see if I'm low on food, health, water, or even sanity. It's important to keep your head up in the game in the rainforest. You don't want to suffer from insanity. If you do, you might not get out alive. Now I'm getting a bit hungry here, as my watch says, and the rain is just about cleared up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna eat the coconut we found earlier. And we're gonna drink it. And we've drunk it. That's pretty good. There's nothing that beats fresh coconut water in the wilderness. Now I'm getting a bit hungry, so I've packed my protein bars with me. If in which case you're out of food for good, you should begin foraging for your survival needs. What I suggest is to get some leaves and heat them up in a bowl of soup and drink it. Very nutritious. It might taste horrible, but it might just save your life one day. I'm gonna eat my protein bar now, and everything is going to be good. You must also stay fit for your fighting seasons here. There might be a bear around that we might not see. It's important to attack it if it attacks you first. Now look at all those carbohydrates and proteins we've just got. It's amazing what technology has done for us. Now checking my watch, I'm all good. Here we go. Now the native tribesmen do speak a little Spanish. Unfortunately, I don't speak any myself because Jake Daniels is a clear Englishman. But, in fact, an Australian. But my crew members do speak Spanish, and that's why we also sent her down there. Affirmative. We're gonna leave her to the tribesmen. Look at this wonderful poster of the rainforest. In fact, if you are stranded in the rainforest, it helps to know the stories. Right now we're in the undergrowth, underneath all the trees of the rainforest. It's going to be pretty buggy, if I do say so myself. So that way you should build a shelter. Bugs will be crawling all around here, so you best not sleep on the ground. Here you have the canopy layer, which is the trees up above here. And you finally have the emergent layer, where the biggest and tallest trees are found. We're probably not going to get up there in this survival episode, but hopefully we'll make a good trek downwards in the future. Now, in fact, if you do see these types of people looking at you in the rainforest, it's best to get out of there. They've been known to kill humans without taking a second chance. We've actually lost a few crew members to them when we were taping this earlier. It's best to keep them out of your sight. In fact, I think this will be enough. And we're going to need our information panel for today's episode, the Jaguar. It's in fact the biggest cat in the Americas, and look what it did to our poor crew member yesterday. In fact, we've been here and we've been communicating with the animal species, but jaguars, get out of there. We don't need their teeth, and their teeth are going into your skin if you stick around. And now the native tribesmen that live here, the Yabahuaca. They speak Spanish and they speak no English, so unfortunately I've been told that they'd like to keep it to themselves, which is why only a few select crew members are allowed to communicate with them. They do seem relatively untouched by technology, and they've lived here for over 2,000 years. Pretty intense, if I might say so myself. And finally, the rainforest mammals. It's very important to know that these will not harm you. If you come across these, be sure to take a picture. Maybe send one to your family about how good this one actually is. We have armadillos, the capybara, and the tapirs. All very harmless mammals found here in the rainforest. Appreciate their exoticness. You'll be sure to see them nowhere else in the entire world. They're indigenous to here, and they're locals, so be sure to give them some fruits and vegetables even if you can. It's their main diet after all. And I think that will do it. As it's raining more, me and my crew are going to go back, and I'm going to get ready to become more survival needs, to improve my survival needs, and most importantly, to get this episode out to you. So this is going to be it for this episode. I hope you learned a lot. We learned how to start a campfire and how to properly prepare a coconut. So hopefully you all thought this was educational. I'm Jake Daniels. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.